This lecture we are going to learn about call by reference. In the previous lecture we had covered the topic of call by value. As you remember, in call by value we were passing the copies of values of our actual arguments. Now we are going to pass the addresses of our actual arguments. This is called call by reference. This is the prototype of the sample function that I am going to write down. This is your void that suggests that this function is not going to return a value. Name of the function is sum data, and within parentheses I have written int star comma float star. See carefully this star symbol at the time of writing the prototype. Int star means we are not going to pass an int value, rather we are going to pass an address of an int value. Float star does not mean we are going to pass a float value, rather it depicts that we are going to pass an address of a float value. So you can see the change in the prototype and difference in the prototype that we gave in case of call by value. Now a and b, these are simple variables. A has been initialized to the value 100 and b with 200. A happens to be of int data type, b happens to be of float data type. Now you see this calling statement. I have written some data and within parentheses ampersand a comma ampersand b. So that means I am not passing the values of a and b, rather I am passing address of a that will be collected by this star a1 formal parameter, and ampersand b means address of b that will be collected by this formal parameter b1. Our formal parameters, they ought to be pointer variables in this case. Why? Because we are not passing ordinary values or copies of values of actual arguments. We are passing their addresses, and as you know, addresses can be collected only by pointer variables. So here is our body of our function sum data. So address of a was put into a1, address of b was put into b1. Let me show you a diagram. This is the diagram. I have passed the address of a, which was supposed to be 1001, into this pointer variable a1, which was our formal parameter, and address of b was assumed to be 90077. So I have passed ampersand b. So address of b, that was 90077, that was put into formal parameter b1. So this is call by reference. Now we will see the internal working that will take place within the body of this function sum data. See this statement carefully. Star a1 is equal to star a1 plus 100. Now first we will evaluate this expression star a1 plus 100 that I have highlighted. As you know, star is value at address operator in pointers. What is the current value of a1? Right now we are working in the called function sum data. The current value of a1 is 1001 because it's an address. Star a1 means value stored at address 1001. Now what is the value stored at address 1001? It is 100, which is nothing else but the value of actual argument a. So plus 100 means it will become 200, and this is going to be stored at this particular location. Which location? The location being pointed to by 1001, because a1 is containing 1001, star means value at that address. So this value 200 is going to be stored at address location 1001. So this will become 200. So you can see carefully that actually the value of the actual argument a has undergone a change. It has been overwritten from 100 to 200. Now in the next statement I have written star b1 multiplied by 2. This star is being used with the pointer variable, hence it means value at address operator. So what is contained in b1 is 9007, which is nothing else but the memory address of the actual argument b. So star b1 will mean value stored at address 9007. What is the value stored at address 9007? It is 200. So multiplied by 2, it will become 400. This 400 is getting stored at address location 9007 as a value. So this value of b will become 400. As you can see, the changes have been made into the actual arguments. So using call by reference, we can make changes into the actual arguments. I will execute this program and you can see the output for yourself. You can see after returning from the called function, the values of a and b, that is actual arguments, are being shown as 200 and 400. So in this case they have undergone a change. The benefits of using call by reference is that in the next lectures we will see how we can pass an array to a function. At that place you will learn the benefits of using call by reference. But a very important point is, as you know, in normal circumstances we are not able to return more than one value from a called function. Call by reference makes up for the shortcoming of a function that it cannot return more than one value. As you can see in this example, even though we are using void function, but we were in a position to return two values, because when we came back into the calling function main, we were able to change the values of a and b. So that means without using the return statement, we were in a position to return two values. So it has made up for the shortcoming of a function that it cannot return more than one value.